Hi, and I'm Sky, and I'm here to do the tarot forecast for the week of June the 14th to the 20th. So let's see what the cards want to tell us this week. So, we have still in all this new energy that's starting when we had that beautiful new moon eclipse. And as we're going now through into this new energy, it's like, what are we creating for ourselves? And that just fell out of the deck, which is a card that is basically a victory. He's going forward on his horse and he has that beautiful flag in his hand, and all the people on the side of the road have got their wands in the air and they're all, like cheering him along. And this is like going forward with your dreams and your plans and in victory, knowing that you're creating all this new beautiful stuff in your life today. So, be confident. Be a little bit patient. It's not just going to happen overnight, as we're creating and turning our dreams into the focus of goals. And we're doing the work to, make these changes in our lives. We are moving forward in a positive direction. So we're not to forget that. So stop being kind of hard on ourselves and like holding ourselves to, well, I need it to happen now. And why is it not going for me right now? It could be a little bit frustrating for you. The changes are coming. And it's a time of really listening to your intuition. And I am actually going to, this fell out of the deck here, so I'm going to finish this. On the 20th, which is the last day of this weekly cycle, we're going into summer solstice, which actually is when the sun comes out of Gemini and goes into Cancer. And it's also the longest day of the year. It's it's saying let go of your doubts, step into the sunshine, step into your light, and, enjoy that. It's saying that, we take the energy of the sun, which is creation, and we use that for ourselves to move us through into the harvest. So it's an important time. Also, we're coming out of that very, that Gemini air energy, which is all to do with communication and all those, wonderful things that go with all that lively, easy breezy Gemini energy. We're going into the more watery energy of Cancer, but which is a kind of a deeper and more of a flow. So things may slow down a little bit, but it's all good. So let's have a look and see what the cards want to tell us. Okay, well, we talked about the water energy, we talked about Cancer, and this is the Queen of Cups. So along with that victory card that came out and jumped out first of all, the next card to jump out was the Queen of Cups. She's the Queen of Emotions, she's the Queen of Water, and she is that beautiful astrological sign of Cancer. So like I said, we're moving through that. We're still working through this Mercury retrograde, and we're working into Gemini leaving and going into the Cancer by the end of the week. It is a time, like I said, that could be a little bit frustrating because you're wanting everything to take place. But it says, count your blessings. You're starting to look forward now, starting to really project forward, doing the work so that we're going into the harvest, and basically it's saying watching our ships come in. So it's like watching those seeds grow a little bit. We planted the seeds, they're growing a little bit. And this is a celebration. It's saying, still keeping this beautiful energy of celebration and knowing that you're doing, it's a job well done, basically, and having some joy. We've got to remember that we've got to have joy in our lives, and I think that that's really important. There's that joyful energy in creation. This is a very creative time. We need to use the creation that's being given to us, and we need to put that into source, starting new projects that are connected to what we're creating for the future. And this is also a big time for family and home. And a lot of people, like I said, I think it was last week, and I turned around and said, it's all into movement, and that's also going on right now too. That moving energy of travel, looking at moving houses, shifting energy within the home. This is also a time of looking at making trips and, that kind of thing. This is a summertime also, which is, for people that have children are home from school, people are thinking about going on their, taking trips away or time, with the family. And so this is a family time, and it's also a time of putting also some nice energy into our relationships. So This is a time also of bringing that healing energy in, of attracting relationships into our lives, or fixing relationships that we're in, or basically just putting this beautiful healing into, into each other. And that's really nice, of bringing those that are closer to us. So I like that a lot, because as we're looking at this future here, what's interesting about the Hierophant is he is the structure, he's the rules, he's the law. He's basically saying, as we're looking forward and we're looking at our options here, it's saying we need to be structured. And that, I believe, comes with the fact of making these deadlines and these goals for ourselves, so that these dreams don't just continue to keep on. He could stand there for a long time with the world on his hand there, saying, oh, well, what am I dreaming about? What do I want to happen in my life? Oh, I can look at this, and and he could be stood there, but unless he puts a deadline on those times, then things are going to just stay like that. And he's saying we need to actually put these dates into, so write those down, write the dates down, looking at the things that we need to say. By the fall, we want to be here. By the winter, we want to be there. And I like that. Use the rest of this week's communication, Gemini energy. She is the Queen of Swords. She's the Queen of Air. And like I said, you could come up with some frustrations. This has been a long Mercury retrograde, this communication slowing everything down. And I think the frustration comes in is we want to get things done. We want to get things started. And we're feeling that there's these blockages or these holds on everything. But the changes are coming. And we need to remember that. We need to put that into our energy of this too shall pass. As I go into today and I do my affirmations, I'm going to put everything as a positive moving forward, new ideas, creating new energies for ourselves, creating these, and again, there's another relationship card. So it's really putting our interests and our energy into future relationships, or if we're in a relationship, where that relationship is going. How can we be the best that we can be, and share that with the people in our lives, or bring new people into our lives that are going to show us this new energy. So I like that. So let me finish off this reading for this week, because like I said, there's that frustration and that little bit of worry about, and this is the spoken word, this is air, which is the mind and the thoughts and communication. And it's saying that don't be too hard on yourself. Try and get out of your head. It's saying that there's finding a balance, looking at this. He comes in with good things to do. He comes in with a lightened heart, and it's all about the balance and the truth of the situation to bring in that emotional harmony. So it's saying try and keep out of your head, and go with the flow of what you feel is the right thing for you to do at this time. Not necessarily, more from a positive point of view. Say, okay, I need to do this right now because things are moving, things are flowing forward. And this is about going on to better things. Don't look down, look across, because we're creating, and it's a big time of creation. So if you have any artistic tendencies, get your art supplies out. If you're a musician, play your musical instruments, and vibrate on that level. So it's like singing, drumming, dancing, all that great stuff that we can put into our lives to bring joy, harmony, and raise the vibration, and use that energy to move forward. So on that note, have a great week from the 14th to the 20th. Don't get too frustrated, and enjoy your summer solstice. There's so many different ways of celebrating the summer like that. And like I said, it's going to be the longest night of the year. And then the day after that, the nights start to get shorter. So this is a time of celebration. Namaste.